Um, hey guys. Uh-oh. All right, y'all, give me 1 second. Right as I hit the go live button, my baby decided she wants to eat. All right. Hello, everyone. Let me get this set up. Hold on here. Hi, guys. If y'all can see and hear me clearly, please type in the number 1 in the chat, or I can hear you. One of the two. All right. All right. Yep. Hey, girl. Hey, Nikki. But you in there crying, hollering at me. Huh? Wondering where I'm at. I know. Hey, girl. Hey, guys. How's everyone doing? Right as I was hitting the go live button, she was carrying on. I'm just gonna nurse her real quick, y'all. Don't want to end the live. This is mompreneurism over here. Hey guys, really quickly, let me know if y'all can see and hear me clearly. I know, Mama Bear. I know. You just hungry. That's all. All right, everyone. So without showing too much, I wanted to share. Hey, Therese. Thank you, Therese. Okay, great. You guys can hear me. So for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, my name is Letitia Campbell. I am the #1 sales and remote business strategist. Smart entrepreneurs hire me to teach them how to dominate their businesses online and help them to create and maintain their remote-based businesses through my courses and my done-for-you services. So I had an amazing conversation before hey, Violet, welcome to the broadcast, sis. And guys, make sure that you share this out. But I had an amazing conversation with one of my clients before hopping on here. As you guys know, I'm always inspired. I always have a topic for you guys every time I go live. But sometimes other things get me inspired to have another form of conversation with each and every one of you. And what I want to talk about is one of the main things that almost made me close my business. Yes, I want to talk about that. One of the main things that has almost made me close my business. So as you guys know, certain times of the year really triggers me in a amazing way and sometimes in a non-amazing way. But as you guys know, whenever August comes around, that is an extremely special month for me. I call it my quit month because that is actually the month that I left my job 3 years ago, August 11th of 2017. I fired my boss, right? But another month that has been a milestone for me is October, right? We just passed, today's November 1st, and we just yesterday was October, so I got to change my calendar behind me. But October for me represents transitioning. You know, October for me, last year of October was a time that I decided to sever certain connections that I affiliated with my Campbell Success Network brand, which I'm the CEO and founder of. So I want to talk about that. I want to start that conversation about collaborations. And I know that's some of the things that we love to get into, especially these days where it's kind of difficult to do as an entrepreneur to do live events. I mean, you can do it, but it's very much so different than even a year ago. You know what I'm saying? I've had a live event in November of last year, and I couldn't do the same thing I did then now. And that's how fast the times have changed throughout the years. But anywho, you know, I had to sever a connection, a collaboration, a business partnership last year, October. And so I want to talk about some of those things because as we start to notice that the times are not going to go back to the old days, as I call it, or back to how we used to run and operate our business and network and connect with each other. It's very much so different than what we've done in the past. I know more now than ever, more and more of you guys are looking to collaborating, having joining forces, and all that is great if you are doing it the right way. And a lot of times, no matter how many times you warned or how many cues or signs you have, red flags as I call them, you're never going to know the right way until you actually had experience with the wrong way, right? Hold on one second, y'all. You okay, mama? Get it out. Let it out. All right, nookie bookie. Okay. Just so y'all know, I have a special guest on. So, like I just said, it's going to take you learning the wrong way before you do it the right way. So, I want to talk about some of the wrong experience that I had and how I've almost lost my business. And I have notes here, so I just stay on track. If you're going to get into any business partnership, right, the first thing you have to understand is that you have to know your worth, right? Because you're not really bringing your name. I'm sorry, my glasses are crooked, y'all. You're not just bringing you to the experience. You're really bringing in your worth, you know? And a lot of times when people want to connect with you, your business, your brand, they're either looking for one or two things. They're either looking for an opportunity for them. Oh wow, this girl's out there. She's building an audience. Oh, this would be a great opportunity for what they're doing, right? Or they could look at it, or you have another individual that may look at it in a way of, wow, this person is really impacting her audience, or she's getting out there and she has such a positive mission, a positive vision, a positive purpose, that I would love to add her to whatever thing that they have going on to help you highlight that as like a contribution to their community or what they're doing, right? They feel that you will be the piece of the puzzle that will work well with what their plan is, you know, what their vision is. And those are a lot of times better opportunities, even those sometimes end off in a negative way. So with partnerships, what I've noticed in the partnership that I was in, the business partnership, which was with a few other ladies as well, was coming together, doing something like a collaborative thing. I realized that I was the only person that was working within my zone of genius, because y'all see me come on here, see me go live, y'all see me do so many different things, right? It's because I know my zone of genius. I know what lane that I'm supposed to be in, and I master that lane 100%. I'm the number one person in my lane, right? But more often than not, a lot of people that you're collaborating with, they're not working in their zone of genius. They have not yet identified who or what they are as an individual and as an entrepreneur. So you got to make sure that whoever you are partnering with, that they're actually working in their zone of genius. When you go and you look at on their social media, you see it, they're working at this either the same level as you, or at a different capacity, a more heightened capacity of you. Because if you have one person that you're partnering with and they're not really working as hard as you are, you got to really question that. You know, you got to really say, well, if you're not really creating a result or getting out there and doing what you need to do, I don't think it's going to be an uneven collaboration. You guys are going to be unevenly yoked, right? So that is very important. Another part when it comes to collaborating and how it really dramatically affected my business in a major way is that I lost a lot of money. Okay, just being honest. Sometimes you are partnering with certain businesses or entrepreneurs, and it's actually affecting your bank account, right? So even though there were times where I would, my husband would come along, he'd be like, "Why do you need this person? Why are you even, affiliating this person with everything that you already originally built?" Because if you have something a business that you built and that you got out, you're out there is creating major traction, and then you're partnering with somebody, you notice that actually you're losing money, right? Or you're taking on negative stigmas that they've already put out there in the business world. Like, even though we're living in this space now where you're online and you're marketing your business, it's still a very small space. You're going to start to realize that when you start to do more events and more summits, you're going to cross paths or rub elbows with so many of the same type of people in your lane or even outside your lane. So it is a small world. So reputation is everything, right? Reputation is everything. Sometimes when you take on certain partnerships or certain collaborations, if they're not good with great people who have great intentions in mind, it can also affect, you know, your brand and what you're doing. People are going to think that, oh, you're taking on the same, you're the same type of person, or your brand is the same type of experience. So you got to be very, very much so extremely, and I say this in all seriousness, extreme caution, right? It's nothing wrong with asking a person, what is your mission? What is your overall goal? Who have you helped? Who have you impacted? How are you giving back to your community? How are you living that real life? And I'm just going to be honest. You know, I believe in God. I am a Christian, right? I'm a type of individual that if you don't believe in God, you know, if you're not a Christian, what have you, or have some type of relationship with the higher power, it's not an equally yoked type of thing. And that's something that I realized when I was at an event, was it last year, with this particular individual that I was partnering with. They was talking about a whole nother spiritual conversation that didn't really fall in alignment with what I believed in. And that is important because your spirit will be troubled by that, guys. And I say that in all seriousness. It will be trouble if you're dealing with a man or a woman that you're collaborating with, and they're just not in line with your spiritual lifestyle, your spiritual goals, and all that stuff. It does affect, because if you have a certain level of belief, you know, about, and belief is everything. Some of y'all would say, well, you shouldn't bring religion into business, but belief is everything. If I believe a certain kind of way, right, and another about a certain situation, and the opposite person totally has a different opposite opinion on a certain situation, they will in fact be a clash. They will in fact people be a clash, and the people that they're connected to, right? Because what is it, like 5 degrees of separation, right? Who also believe in what they believe in about a certain situation, it will affect you. It will have some sense of like, oh, I don't know. I don't know about that experience. So that is very, very important. And from that experience that I've dealt with that business collaboration, is that it kind of scarred me. It really did. It kind of put me in a place where once I got out of that situation, I looked back at the years that it was like 2 years I was in that partnership. That I was like, wow, I wasted so much time. Right? Hey, the glam artist, how are you? I wasted so much time. I wasted so much energy. I have helped this individual earn 2 Comma Club awards, 2 actually. I've helped them elevate their brand because every single individual that every single coin they made in those 2 years was from collaborating with me. I was bringing in the traffic. I was bringing in the clients. I was bringing in their whole streamline of income came directly from my business. And y'all could go back, if those of y'all who know what I'm talking about, you can go back and check their timeline. They were not getting awards or been featured in magazines or been featured anywhere until I came along and basically elevated their movement, as they say, 1000%. Complete turnaround, because my focus, my energy, all my attention was more on the partnership with them versus what was going on in my business. And that's just the truth. Timeline. See, people lie, men lie, women lie, children lie. The timeline, y'all, doesn't lie. Okay? It does not lie. Because if you go back from, I would say, August of 2017 to October of 2019, if you look at before that and even now, crickets for them. But if you in between that time, August 2017 to October 2019, bam, seen places, awards they were getting. I mean, everything. And that goes to show, guys, is that we have to stop putting so much focus on other people's missions, other people's vision, other people's businesses, other people's aspirations versus our own. And that's one thing about collaborating with people, is that if it draws attention away, and I'm gonna repeat this again, if it draws attention away from what you have going on, all right, mama. right? Or what you're building or what you're focusing on, or the empire that you're trying to build. Come on now, Therese, you know I ain't lying. It's not a good situation for your business because you're being drawn away from it. And if you have individuals that would tell you, listen, in order for you to work with them, you got to put 1000% focus on what I have going on. And they're very strict on that. They're like, listen, it's not a question. But they don't give you the option early on. Like once you get in that situation, that's when they have that conversation with you about just focusing on what they have going on versus what you have going on. You got to say, girl, why didn't you tell me this before? I'm already vested in. I'm already knee deep into the situation. You could have had that conversation. And this is why communication is so important. Communication is king. Communication is king in business. I don't care if you have several conversations with an individual that reaches out to you on Instagram or reaches out to you on Facebook or inboxes you, emails you and say, hey, I would love for you to be in my magazine, or I would love for you to be in my summit, or I would love for you to partner with me on something. I don't care if you have several conversations before. I would rather you have 10 conversations and then decide to say yes or make a formative decision, rather than you spend 2 years in a situation like me and now having to do damage control. So if you're not clear on something, clarity's, communication, what they say, communication is our mission and clarity is our friend, or something like that. I forgot exactly how the quote goes. If you don't have that clarity and you just still like, I don't know, don't you sign on that dotted line. Don't you sign that digital contract that they email you. You got to say, well, because, some of these contracts that get sent to you, some of us, we don't understand the language, but we don't want to ask questions because we don't want to sound ignorant, especially as Black girls. We're like, oh, okay, I'm going to just sign it because they already briefly explained to me what this experience is going to give. So I'm going to sign it, even though paragraph 3, you're like, well, what does that mean? I don't understand paragraph 3 of this contract, but what does that mean? Right? And it's the best time that just ask that question. Like, can you re-explain this to me? Because once you sign something, guys, sometimes that is it. You signed it. It's basically saying you understood and agreed with all the content that's on that contract. You're not under any type of duress, or you have the mental capacity enough to sign it and understand everything that's in it. Right? So that's the biggest thing. That was the biggest negative for me when it came to collaborating or my business, or partnering with other businesses and what have you, is that, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes we feel like it would be a good idea to partner with another individual because we feel like, oh, this would be a great opportunity. I know, mama, come on. You got a burp. You got a burp, mama. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Give me 1 second, y'all. Y'all know I'm a nursing mom. Yes, you do. Yes. Yeah, like the negative side of it all is, you feel that you need that person. Especially when you say, oh, wow, the only way I'm going to elevate if I connect myself with this brand or this so-called movement of this other individual is going to elevate me in a sense. It's going to, oh, girl, where you going? It's going to be helpful when all natural reality, they need you more than you need them. Like that was my situation. I'm like, girl, hey Shanta. I was like, girl, they needed me 10 times more than I need them. And that's why when I walked away from that situation, knowing that, taking an audit of what they actually contributed to my business and my family and my bank account or my movement, it wasn't adding up. I'm like, girl, just like my husband was saying at that time, and when he did say it, I was so mad at him for saying it, but it was so true. Why do you need them? Why do you need this person? You could do this when God speaks through somebody else to remind you of your value, you got to listen to that. Thank you, Shanta. She just got done eating. You got to see that. And that's one of the things I now instill in my children is that know your name, know your value, know who you are. Your name is everything. Like when I say I'm Mother effing Letitia Campbell, okay, I put respect on my name. And I feel like as women, we don't put respect on our name, and we don't also demand that from other people, because now we look like the angry Black woman, or we look like, oh my gosh, she's too cocky, or her self-esteem is too high, she's too arrogant, she's a narcissist. And all these different words come up because we were never brought up to value ourselves. We were brought up to put value in other people, which is fine, but you got to put more value in yourself first in order to get proper value to other people. So know your ladies, the biggest advice I can give to you guys, especially if you're just getting started in your business or you're in that transition mode, is to know your value, know who you are, know what your name is, and know what legacy you want to leave with once you leave this earth, because that is so important, where we don't put enough value in who we are. And that was when I got into that situation, or what Jada Pinkett says, that entanglement, but not in her way of that entanglement. But when I got into that, I didn't know my value. Even though I was doing the work, I was creating results in my own business, I still didn't know my value in that moment. Because if y'all see, it was right after I left my job. I'm like, that still takes a lot of work to say, listen, I'm ready to leave my job. My business is flourishing. I'm ready to move on and really focus on building my own empire, right? So now let's talk. Let me talk about the after effect now. Once I did leave that partnership, that situation in that business partnership, y'all. And guys, if you haven't shared this out, share this out. This is a very important conversation. I realized what value that I brought, what I brought to the table, the individuals that I connected with versus the individuals that they affiliated their brand with, that I started to say, wow, what I'm doing is not only bringing in people, but I have valuable people that's connected to my brand. Every client, every person that I'm connected to are some amazing women, or some amazing. I mean, I always say this: I have some of the most amazing clients anyone can ever have, and several of them are on here. Shanta, Therese, several of you guys are on here. Type in hashtag SSA. But what makes them so amazing is that they're mission driven. They really consciously want to help people get a result. They have it in their heart to really say, I want to help individuals, but I want individuals to walk away with their life changed. And if you have a vision originally that aligns with that, you're going to find people who are just like that. If you really want to help people, you're going to find other people that want to help people organically. You don't want to force it, right? It's going to, oh, what's up, mama? She just want to talk. I'm almost done. Organically, right? So another thing that experience that has brought me was that it helped me to learn it helped me to learn about myself more. Because a lot of the things that we do wrong in our business also is directly affected with our life. Growing up, overly wanting to please people, never wanting to say no, being a team player, it does trickle over in your business. So this is why, and I want y'all to zero in on this. I want to pull my mic a little bit closer so y'all can hear what I'm saying. This is why you have to have two identities. Not two. I don't want y'all to confuse this with faking it till you're making it, because that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. You have to have two identities. You have to have your identity as a woman, and you have to have your identity as an entrepreneur. Because if you're bringing on your day-to-day woman identity in your business, who sometimes you have certain things that you identify with as a woman that will work negatively in your business. It's like you got to wear two hats. Like when you're a mom and you're cooking and you're cleaning up the house and you're schooling your children, you're influencing them and things like that. When you sit in front of your laptop or in front of your phone and you're marketing on social media and you're communicating with clients and customers, you got to have a separate identity. You got to have a separate identity. So you got to ask yourself, who am I as a woman? And who am I? Hey, Tamara, how are you? Who am I as a woman? And also, who am I as an entrepreneur? There's going to be certain likeness with the both, similarities, I mean, with both, but there also need to be vast differences with your identity as a woman and your identity as an entrepreneur. So I learned a lot about myself on how I was trickling over my identity as a woman over into my identity as a entrepreneur. And when you're an entrepreneur, you can't be super loyal. As a woman, we are super loyal. You know, we're super loyal when it comes to our kids because that's that unconditional love. We're super loyal when it comes to our partners, you know, giving them multiple chances at times before you decide to say, listen, you know, that's just one part. But when you're, hey, Tamara, how are you? How you doing today? And guys, if you haven't shared this out, share this out. But when you are a entrepreneur, you can't, if you feeling that, you know, sometimes we are overly loyal, where even though we could be in a certain situation that does not bring value to our businesses, and there's all these red flags coming up, you're not benefiting from that business relationship. You still say, well, I'm going to still stick around because I don't want to quit. I don't want to give up on this individual. I don't want to seem like a quitter. Or what if I did cut off connection with this person in their business? What are going to be the repercussions? That's one of the things that was brought up for me, was like, oh my God, if I cut myself away from this brand, right, that wasn't bringing any value, it was like lack of integrity, all these things, even though they talk about integrity all the time. I've seen them do that. I'm like, girl, yeah, I think you need to go back into the dictionary again. That was a read. I was sitting back and I was still saying, you know, I still got to remain loyal to that situation. And it wasn't until what God had brought to my position, it wasn't until when I did break away from that situation, how my community came along in drones and said, girl, I'm so glad you broke away from that partnership, right? I'm so glad you broke away, honey. I'm so glad. Like, people won't really reveal stuff to you if you're still connected with a certain situation. They won't say how they feel, because sometimes they may say, oh, may hurt your feelings, or, you know, they don't know how serious connected you are with that person. So once I broke away from that partnership, I was so surprised at the positive feedback and responses I've gotten from breaking away from that partnership. So internally, I learned a lot about myself. I learned not to assume things. I learned not, because that's the biggest mistake we make in business. We assume in our women identity, right? But in our entrepreneur identity, we need to go off of data and facts. We need to go off the data. We need to go off the data to see, you know, oh, my conversion is starting to get lower. Or I notice certain people are no longer reaching out to me. Certain people are unfriending me, right? Or not really going deep or having that sisterhood connection. That's why I say sis a lot, because everyone's my sister. You don't have to be a blood sister. I feel like in some form or another, we are somewhat connected to each other. Yes. And the last thing that experience has brought for me was that it allowed me to fall in love with my business. You know, start to appreciate my business and what I've have and what I've built, and all these things. It really brought me to really say, you know what, I'm in love with what I do. I'm falling in line with my zone of genius. I'm in love with what I do and what I built, right? And I don't need anybody to say, oh wow, I don't need no plaque or no award or no feature on somebody else's platform to make me be in love with what I'm doing. Because if you are in love with your business, you're going to find a lot of clients and customers that are going to fall in love with your mission. Some of us are building businesses that we're not really in love with. And we're sitting back, and you're probably doing that right now. You're sitting back and you're asking yourself, I don't even like the name that I call myself, or I don't even like the title that I call myself. I don't like the name, the title, the mission that I had originally. But you don't want to rebrand it because you're afraid that people are going to think that you are hopping from one thing to the next. But honey, when you go into the rebrand phase, somebody type in hashtag rebrand for me real quick. Yes, Therese. When you go into the rebrand, I call it, and one of my clients, Charmaine Cardin, mentioned this. I call it evolving. All of you right now should be thinking about rebrand, evolving your business, right? Because maybe the name or the title that you called yourself, you was probably in the caliber bill of face, the cocoon phase, right? Many of us have fell into that. We are in the cocoon phase of our business, where we know what when we know what we want to help people do and how we want to help them. But the outside effect, you're probably still in that cocoon phase. But the rebrand comes from now your brand is evolving. It's elevating. It's now you're taking it from one level to the next level. Like when I started to approach have coaching services, and when I went from coaching to now actually offering services and assets, that was the evolving phase. Your evolving phase could be now you're looking to even evolve, changing your scope, changing your mission, which now you're like, well, I don't like my title so much anymore, or I don't like my what the name of my brand so much anymore. So now you're rebranding, you're evolving, and it's nothing wrong with that, right? It's taking that mirror and putting a mirror in front of yourself and saying and repeating over and over again your intro, your title, the name of your brand, and you're like, oh, that really speaks to or represents my overall mission. So it made me fall in love, with what I was doing, with my brand, with everything that I build, and say, you know what? I got this. And that's what you guys need to tell yourself sometimes. When times get hard, right? When you're really going through a true trial, you have to just sit in a quiet space, breathe in and breathe out, and tell yourself, I got this, and F everybody else. Like, it's nothing anybody can say that can hurt me at the space I'm in, because I've elevated myself. Nobody, when you elevate yourself, when you evolve your own business, nobody can take you off the pedestal that you put yourself on. A lot of times when you guys get into these partnerships, and I've almost did it myself, it's knocking what you're doing off of the pedestal, because now you're on uneven ground. You're not certain. You don't really have a plan other than the plan that you have with that individual. And when you really look at it, when you really think about it, it doesn't fall in line with what you're doing. So listen, y'all, that's all I have about this conversation. I could go on and on and on. But another thing I want to say is, like, stop questioning yourself. Stop questioning yourself. Stop being an over planner or overthinker. Just get out there and do it. Try some things out. We learn so much from our mistakes, and we learn so much from what we tried, and ask ourselves, does that really work? Like, you're going to learn. So I will always say this. We as women entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, when we start to build a business, we start to change. It starts to really have a mental effect on us. It changes who we are. I know many of you guys can attest to this. You're a different person from the time that you started your business to now. And it's supposed to change you in a positive way. It's supposed to boost up your self-esteem. It's supposed to help your perseverance level, right? I feel like, it's supposed to make you hard, strong, and determined. It's supposed to do that. It's also supposed to help you identify who's really for you and who's really not for you. It not only helped me identify that, it helped me really position people in the roles in my life that they meant to be positioned, because not everybody is supposed to support you. Like, you're supposed to have a Pharaoh. Y'all read the Bible? I read the Bible. You're supposed to have a Pharaoh that's trying to steal, kill, and destroy your vision. Because if Moses had it, you have it. We all have a Pharaoh somewhere in our lives. Some of us have multiple Pharaohs, right? I know I'm going deep here, but it's the truth. But you're supposed to have individuals in your life that's like that. And a lot of times, some of y'all can't get rid of your Pharaoh. You're just supposed to put them in, align them in a position that they're supposed to be in your life. Now, I'm not a mindset person. I had this conversation with my clients earlier this morning. I don't teach mindset, but this is the reality of the situation, that I do have several Pharaohs in my life. And they're supposed to be my Pharaoh. They're supposed to be the person that is positioned in my life to still kill and destroy my vision. And in order for me to part the seas, right, I first have to identify who my Pharaoh is. Because, hello, your Pharaoh is aligned to push you into being uncomfortable. It's supposed to push you beyond, normal capacity to say, listen, no. I need to get away. I need to break out of this situation so that way I could part my seas and bring others along with me. Because some of us have the same Pharaoh, but we don't realize it. Hey, Tanya. Yes. We all have it. It could be your husband. It could be your mama. It could be your child. It could be your auntie. It could be your grandfather, your grandmother, co-worker, a pastor. Come on now. If you with me, say amen. But we all have that. We all have that. So I feel that partnership that I was in for 2 years, that was a partnership that in all, that individual was my Pharaoh. It was that person that said, I have to get away from so bad. And not only has that situation helped me part the seas and evolve and go to another dimension, another level in my business, I brought other amazing women, my amazing clients, my amazing individuals along with me. Some of us run towards the Pharaoh and we give up, right? We give up. Or we don't give up. We don't give up. Like you may say, well, I haven't quit my business, but girl, I haven't seen you post anything in weeks. Or what you are posting has nothing to do with your business. So I call that treading the line. Where you're playing in the game like football, you're playing in the game, you're catching the ball, but you're going out of bounds. Boy, you never watch football and the person goes out of bounds. Boy, you ain't supposed to be over there. You're supposed to be running to get the touchdown. And every day we have a touchdown. 365 days a year. That's your 365 chances to create a touchdown. You can create a touchdown every day. Go live, post, close a client or customer. Do something in your business that keeps it up a step further. Another touchdown, another one. Honey, if you want to be tackled by these pharaohs, you need to get on the offense. You need to get on that offense and score. I'm not preaching now, but thank you, Tanya. I leave that in the seats of you, honey. Y'all gotta follow Tanya. She is amazing. Tanya, put your information in the chat for me. And really quickly, guys, those of y'all who are tuning in, because I do value all of y'all being here. If you have, girl, you look at her. She's like crying and screaming. If she's really hollering at me, y'all, she ain't crying. Y'all, as y'all know, you don't see these tears. But those of you who have a, girl, don't get my earring now. Those of you who have a business, please share it below. Tanya, let them know where you're from. She is on Periscope, Facebook. She definitely teaches some awesome info. And you go live with your hubby, right? Oh, don't pull my earring. Ah, she is pulling. Look at her. You are so mean. She is gathering me. She is gathering mama up. That's what we do, honey. We yank and we gather. She's like, you ain't, look how quiet she is, y'all. She's like, you ain't gonna listen to me, honey. I'm gonna pull your ear in. Yes, I see you, mama. I see you, mama. So yeah, guys, I feel like this conversation resonates with all of us. So I'm gonna hop off this live because I need to continue. Young.com. Okay. Let me post your businesses up here. If you have a business, please share in the chat. We have the Glam Artist on here. The Glam Artist, what is your name again? Is it Toya? I keep forgetting. Make sure y'all connect with her on her website. She sells health and beauty wellness products. Yeah, she sells health and beauty products. Connect with her. Nirma, yes, I remember now. Nirma. My bad, girl. Listen, I got 5 kids. I'll be getting their names wrong. Also, just so you guys know, I'm doing a list building masterclass very, very soon. Okay, so if you want to learn more about the date and time of my next list building masterclass, it's a free masterclass. It's to bit.ly/text the camp or text me at 516-861-0169. Norma, are you registered for my masterclass? I don't remember seeing your name come through, Mama. Yeah, so again, it's my free list building masterclass. If you want to know the date and time that I'm going to be holding my next masterclass, Text the words build my list to bit.ly/text to camp, or text me at 516-861-0169. Yeah, Norma, make sure you sign up, love. Make sure you sign up. Okay, we got Therese. Therese, I always call her my number one master virtual assistant. I think I should change her title to the master virtual assistant. Y'all want to make sure y'all go to her website right away or connect with her. She is amazing. She is awesome. Yes. Tanya in the building, baby. Yes. She said, I support women in their journey to overcome fear. So a lot of y'all, if y'all triggered by certain fears, whether it be fear in your business, fear from the past, fear from what's going on in the future. How many of y'all are fearful about this election, y'all? How many of y'all I had an amazing conversation with my clients the other day. And one of the major things we were talking about is people are having fear and anxiety about what is going to happen after the election, no matter who wins. Especially if you're a black woman. If you're a black woman, that is a concern. Like what's going to happen after? What's going to happen after? How are we going to be represented? How are we going to be handled? How are we going to be treated? How are we going to be governed? Yeah, so those of y'all who have any of those things resonating and coming up for you, definitely connect with Tanya. Guys, it takes a village. Can we touch and agree on that? It takes a village. It takes a village of amazing women that you need to get connected to run your business, to run your life. I'm reading this book, and one of the things that is in the book, they said the most important things that you should focus on is the people that you're connected to and the books that you're reading. If you connect with more amazing women, and if you're reading a lot of books instead of watching that television, now I do watch television probably 10% of the time, right? You're going to see a greater impact in your life. So you're connected to positive women and you're reading some books, more books. I'm telling you guys right now, this time next year, honey, there should be a difference in your bank account, a difference in your health, a difference in your mindset. I know that. Tamara said financial education services, credit repair, and restoration. Amazing. Beef up your finances, honey. And she does Herbalife. Amazing. Health and wellness. You're welcome, Tanya. We got to support each other, y'all. I know it's hard, but sometimes some of these, even with each other as black women, we question like, girl, we can do each other wrong sometimes. But again, you got to watch who you're connecting with. You got to watch who you're connecting with. Awesome, Tamara. Tamara, did you sign up for my masterclass? So I see the Glam Artist, girl, you need to sign up. Again, guys, if you want to attend my next list building masterclass, it's a free masterclass, y'all. If you want to start to build your list, which is the number one thing that you guys should be focusing on right now, text the words build my list to bit.ly/text to camp, or text me at 516-861-0169. So again, you don't put build my list in the chat. You're going to text the words build my list to bit.ly/text to camp, or text me at 516-861-0169. All right, my battery's about to die. Yeah, go sign up, Tamara. All right, y'all, my laptop battery is about to die. I can't bend over and grab it because mama is on the boob right now. So y'all have an amazing evening. As always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you, in fact, deserve. Till next time, if you got any value from this, cash at me. Yes, y'all. We don't want to ask for things these days. But if y'all got any value out of this, cash at me at $boss lady movement. If you got any value from this experience, feel free to cash at me, y'all. All right, y'all have an amazing evening, afternoon, Sunday. I'll see y'all on the next broadcast. Therese, can you text not text, but if you can you add the link to the chat? I believe Therese already added the link to the chat. Again, y'all, to attend my free masterclass, go text the words build my list to bit.ly/text to camp, or text me at 0169. All right, y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. See y'all next time. Bye, guys.
Hi, my name is Mariel Morales, and I am the life artist. Working with Leticia Campbell has been amazing. It has changed my life. I went from working a job that I totally hated. I hated myself, I hated my life, to now living the life of my dreams. I'm every day a step closer to becoming the beautiful and confident woman that I deserve to be. I am so excited to have my new business that I have been able to create under the coaching of Leticia Campbell. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Darlene Anthony, and I am the CEO and founder of Purpose for Freedom, LLC. Before being in Leticia Campbell's coaching program, I was at a very low point in my business. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. What I was doing was not working whatsoever. But now I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, who I'm supposed to be helping, and why. I look forward to building a legacy for my children, my children's children, my descendants. I want to give them the gift of financial freedom, financial independence, as well as generational wealth. I will always recommend Leticia Campbell's coaching program. Why? Because she walks with you, she pushes you to be your best, and she does not allow you to wallow in self-pity or make any excuses. You got to get to work and use your gifts. Deciding not to join immediately, you'll be missing out on connection with these ladies. We have a tribe that knows my vibe. We are a crew that know what you have been through, and we are a team that shares your dreams. So go to CampbellSuccessNetwork.com now and get inside today.
Hi, my name is Michaela Sab, and I'm the founder of Super Sexy Reshape, partner with Herbalife International Incorporated. Before Leticia Campbell's coaching program, I thought I did good with my clients over the phone, but now I think I'm amazing with more tech-savvy techniques that I can use on different platforms, Facebook Lives, and also on my own personal conference with clients on Zoom. I always recommend Leticia Campbell's coaching program because she helps you to innovate yourself and your business and your brand. And I look forward in my 2020 doing my own personal retreat. Deciding not to do this coaching program, you're going to miss out a whole lot, especially learning how to reach people on different platforms. If I were you, I would give a gift to myself and invest in her coaching program, and I think you're going to love it.
Hi everyone, hope everyone is having a great Wednesday. Well, before I begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Angie. I am the creator of Divine BFF Fitness, a health and wellness movement for busy ladies on the go that do not have time to work out and work around the clock. Miss Leticia! My programs snap you back into shape and back into that little black dress. We follow a simple fitness and nutrition plan that keeps you motivated and in motion, because I believe that every woman has the obligation to themselves to have a healthy lifestyle. So under 1 minute gratitude. So let me just show you really quickly, you guys. You see this lady right here, Miss Leticia Campbell. I am so grateful that she came into my life. And hello! So I'm glad you're here. Yay! I am so grateful that she came into my life because she has given me that strength and is giving me that strength. Oh my God, I'm crying. That I need. So, I am so glad you're here. You cannot imagine what you have done in my life. And I know we're so far away. But listening to you today has really done a huge impact. And I'm sorry, you guys, I don't mean to cry, but you know what? Screw it. I'm going to leave it here because right now, I'm in my transformation, right? I'm in, like Mariel says, I'm in the cocoon. And I am so glad and so grateful I met you, Letitia, because you are my rock. So, I am grateful. So, ladies, anybody who's watching the replay, she's Letitia Campbell, my coach. She is awesome. You guys need to follow her. And, look at what she makes me do. I never thought that I would be on here crying, but you guys have no idea what this lady has done. And for that, I am very grateful. So, for that 1 minute gratitude, I am so thankful. Excuse me, guys, that you came on. And I am so thankful that you came into my life because you're my rock. You're my rock that's going to keep me going. Without you, I wouldn't know where I would be at this particular moment in my time. All right, I need to stop crying. So, Miss Letitia, thank you so much. And you guys, let me know, who are you grateful for? You know, there's always going to be that one person that's going to change your life. Always that one person that's going to be there rooting for you. So, let me know. All right, Letitia, thank you so much. Love you. And you guys, see you on my next scope tomorrow. Bye.